The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Maybe things are not turning out how you thought they would in your mind. You're designing this garment, but when you started putting the puzzle pieces together, it's just not your favorite. This opens up the door for a new way of thinking. Can you change something about it? Introduce a new technique. You can learn something new, right? Use this as a branching off place. Maybe use a new material. Just go about it a different way that you thought of in the first place. And this allows you to exercise your creativity and your problem-solving solutions. And with this mindset, you remain calm and collected, which gives you the patience to see the situation as honestly as you can, giving you the ability to exercise that creative muscle as best you can. And the more you exercise this creative muscle, it's just like any other muscle. It just gets better and better, and you get better at doing it, and you get more efficient at it, and you have more solutions. And then because you have those solutions that you had on last time, you grow as a sewer, and just the hobby and the passion, it just builds and builds and builds, and you just get better at it. Do everything as if it were the thought or action of a dying person. Too dramatic? It's just sewing, right? Well, is it? Is it just sewing? Doesn't it speak to you on a deeper level? Why sew in the first place? After all, there are much cheaper ways to get clothing if that was the sole goal. Sewing is a creative therapeutic outlet that allows you to leave a legacy. How powerful is that? So you're getting the benefit while doing the thing, the therapy, the creativity, the you time, all of that goodness. But it also has the power to become part of your legacy. Your loved ones can possess these items long after they are sewn together with your hands, long after you've passed. I have things from my grandmothers, my aunts, and it's like I look at them and I'm like, they made this. Their hands were here, and it gives me goosebumps. And then I get to treasure them, and it's just all the things. It's all good. It's wholesome. It's part of their legacy, and I treasure them. Gotta love that beat. Hi. So this framework can serve as a powerful framework to keep you driven on your goals. It can keep you grounded that 10 minutes of daily sewing, 10 minutes today, can add up to something massive. Meanwhile, tomorrow isn't guaranteed to any of us. So seize the day, this time. You could be doing good today, instead you choose tomorrow. Let's face it, there's enough information out there on how to do the things. There are plenty of places to get ideas from. There are plenty of resources for materials, fabrics and all of that stuff. There are tons and tons of tutorials for acquiring the actual skills. So then, why aren't you doing the thing? Take action today. Tomorrow is not guaranteed to any of us. Plus, today's actions, even if they're only 10 minutes, they will compound. I assure you this. I have sewn many, many garments, especially over the last couple of years of having babies. I've sewn many garments by the process of doing one seam at a time, having a little one ever so nicely call for some assistance, and then that sewing time is over. But I am one seam closer to my goal. Just take the first step. No one can stop you from that. I guess that's like 3B. That was a bonus. You're welcome. Today I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it. Because it was within me. In my own perceptions. Not outside. Now this is a challenging one. But we can change our frame of mind at any point. I know it is hard. I mean, it's easy to have a positive outlook when things are going well with your sewing, when your creations are coming together as you had pictured in your mind and everything's sparkling back at you. Well, what happens when they aren't going well? Does it make you anxious? Instead, I would urge you to welcome the hiccups. After all, failure is just a part of doing things. It's a part of the learning process, and it allows you to exercise your creative muscle. It may lead you to an embellishment you never would have thought of otherwise. And now you've got a new love in your life. Meanwhile, anxiety? What? I've moved on to this pretty new embellishment and forgotten all about her. Tolerant with others, strict with yourself. Self-discipline, since you're the one assigning yourself up for it. You get to decide how strict you want to be, and you only apply that to yourself. Now, to some, I've done some massive projects. It's all relative, right? But to others, they're pretty trivial. And there's no need to compete. That is not what I am getting at. But what I am saying is that, yes, it's all relative. And I am the one I'm the one signing myself up for these projects. So I need to be the one to exercise the self-control and the self-discipline to see them through. No one else is signing me up to do this. Again, I'm the one who signed myself up for these projects. And with that thought in mind, I don't think larger projects are for everyone, and that's just fine. Joyful, purposeful sewing is the goal, not simply just sewing to sew. You should be getting an enjoyment out of this, creativity, therapy, all of those things. No one is less than anyone else just because they decided, what they wanted to sew or what they don't want to sew. That's not what I'm getting at. But if you're going to do a massive project, you're the one who signed yourself up for that massive project. So you need to be the one to exercise the self-discipline, the self-control over yourself that you put on yourself to see the project through, right? It's all about you doing it to yourself, not about seeing that expectation onto somebody else, placing that expectation onto somebody else. Ask yourself with everything you do or say, is this essential? Outline what you want to do. For example, you want to sew a baby gown. Now all the subsequent actions become very black and white. Yes or no questions. First step, you need a design. Do you have that? Yes? On to the next step. Second step, materials for the design. You don't have the materials? Okay, now you need to order the materials. Now that you've ordered the materials, what is the third step? Maybe you want to pre-wash your fabric. The next step from there would be to cut out your pattern. Now the next step, make muffins? No, that does not move you closer to completing your baby gown. Hand embroidery? Yes, that could move you closer if you want to put hand embroidery onto your baby gown. Of course, it is sewing, so you do you. A fire turns everything into fuel and brightness. Use failure to your benefit. Let's say you accidentally clip the middle of your dress. It happens. Yes, your heart sinks into your stomach. But yes, it does happen. Instead of letting this ruin the time, think, now what? How can I fix this? What embellishment can most eloquently cover it up? Now you are exercising. These bugs are fierce. But now you're exercising that creative muscle, learning something new and continuing to enjoy sewing. You also have a fun story to tell about the creation of the gown. Sure, it may not be fun right now when your heart is in your stomach, but you will get on the other side of it, keeping a calm mind. You will find a solution, and then you'll have a fun story at the end of it. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. You are good enough. You can be happy right now, and your creativity is yours. With few exceptions, there are no right or wrong ways to do things in sewing, and these exceptions exist because if you don't follow them, you end up with a hot mess in a hurry. But so pick the colors that make you happy. Add all the sparkle without any care and get to sewing. Learn these 5 sewing mindsets so you can maximize your sewing productivity by watching this video. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. As always, I appreciate y'all for watching and I hope to catch y'all next time.